Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. What's everybody been up to? I went to the movies. I just got out of the movies. I'm trying not to get too in my head here because I didn't put any makeup on today, and that shouldn't discourage me from making a video because obviously I still deserve to make videos even if I don't have any makeup on, because it's not important to film a video with makeup on, which does help me segue into the topic of today's video, which I don't even know. But don't get me wrong, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara and stuff on because I'm just feeling whatever. It's obviously very good to feel good about yourself. There's really not much that of a difference that this is giving me, but that's fine. I feel like I've just been struggling a little bit with YouTube and my content and trying to grow myself as a platform. Trying to grow on a platform. I don't know how to word it, because to be honest, I've been doing this for a good while now, even though it's only been about a year or so with consistencies. I might have to take this off soon because it's actually kind of hot. But even though it's been about a year with consistencies and stuff like that, I just thought that I would be in a much different place. I thought that I would have more subscribers by now, to be honest, which is I don't know, that's not to take away from the fact that I'm so grateful to every single one of you who has been subscribing and has been following me for a while and has been watching my videos. It truly does make me so happy and it makes me feel fulfilled, and I do appreciate all the kind comments that I get, and I really love coming on here and talking with you guys. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't get discouraging sometimes, And again, this is just why we have to not compare ourselves to other people. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of eyebrows just to fill them in, just a touch. So I went to the movies to go see My Old Ass. It has Aubrey Plaza in it. I enjoy Aubrey Plaza as an actress, so that's why I wanted to go see it. It was marketed as a comedy. Personally, I don't think that was a comedy. That was 100% not a comedy. I would say dramedy, if anything. It also it had some giggly kind of points, but not. It was okay. It was an okay movie. It was fine. It gave me something to do today, and I wanted to go to the movies. I wanted to go see it. I enjoyed myself. It was fine. It's basically just one of those coming of age movies. Essentially, she gets really high with her friends. The main character, she gets really high with her friends, and she ends up seeing or hallucinating a older version of herself. And yeah, I obviously don't want to give too much away. If you want to check it out, you can definitely go watch the trailer or just go check it out. I think it's only in select theaters though, but it's definitely one of those introspective kind of movies where it just kind of makes you just sit and think and try to be grateful for everything. The car's still on, my bad. With that being said, I knew that I wanted to try and film afterward and stuff, but I just haven't known the right things to say. I haven't known the right things to talk about, and honestly, that is the issue, and I think that is what I can try to utilize. Also, don't look at my hands, look at my nails right now. These are press-ons, and I've just been waiting for all of them to fall off. A couple had fallen off before, and I re-glued some of them. My pinky nail is much more, what am I trying to say? My pinky nail isn't as grown out as this one because I just put this back on recently, and whatever though. So basically, there's not going to be a good time to do anything. We're always going to find an excuse to wait around for the perfect time to start stuff, the perfect time to try a new thing. But there is no better time frame than right now, and that's why I'm trying hard to continue with YouTube and making videos, because for all I know, this could be the video that really gets things popped off and gets a lot of traction and gets a lot of people to view my channel and subscribe, and I wake up and it gets 1 million views. And that's something that I also that I've been thinking about recently as well, because I think that I'm just extremely scared of success. Because to me, I feel like as a kid, and like my memory from childhood really is not that great, because I've just had, a very traumatic childhood. It is what it is. I really can't remember a time where I was just like okay with my success and then like something bad didn't happen, like I'm always just sort of on edge, and I feel like whenever things are good, like it just, to me, it's like, oh well, something bad like has to come around the corner then, and like I can't just sit in the good. Like I just know that something is going to turn this all to shit for all I know, and like the other shoe's gonna drop, and just so much negativity and so much negative thinking. And I'm trying really hard to actively learn through that and actively not be that way anymore, because I don't think I even would know the first thing. If I did log on to my YouTube and saw that I had 1 million views on something, I'd probably be freaking out. First off, honestly, I think I'd probably go around to my family and like shove it in so many people's faces and be like, I did it, I told you so, I knew that I could do this. Because deep down, I know that I can get to a certain level, but it's just crossing that threshold that I think can be really scary. It's like taking that leap is extremely scary, but you have to just go for it. I've gotten people all the time who ask me, and they're like, how did you start your YouTube channel? How did you do your YouTube? And honestly, I don't do anything in particular. I literally film on my phone. I have an iPhone 13. I use the front camera first off, so that's probably why everybody can see that I can check myself out every so often. Whatever. I was listening to a Addison Rae song the other day that's like, what is it? Obsessed by Addison Rae. Like, you said you're obsessed with me. Me too. That's how I feel. But you have to gain that confidence, and you have to believe in yourself, because you can't just be over here talking if you don't practice what you preach. But again, I don't have a microphone. I try hard to speak very clearly, and when I go to edit, I up the volume a lot so that it's pretty decent quality. Try to film like in very quiet areas and stuff like that, but obviously you can't help these things. That honestly probably should be like one of my next investments, but it's not that important to at least get your foot in the door and to just really start going with things. I also use my iPad to edit, and obviously, yeah, not everybody has an iPad, but most of us have a phone. Most of us have a computer. There's ways that you can start creating videos if that's what you want to do. Even if you don't know how to edit, just upload the full video then. And if people are gonna watch it, they're gonna watch it for you. But I use this app called Villo. It's VLLO. It's free. There is a premium version, and sometimes I've bought it. I bought it for 1 year once, and I really did enjoy the premium version, but I didn't renew it because like at the time I just wasn't making videos as often, so it kind of felt really wasteful to me. I also kind of just like psyched myself out on it. So yeah, I use a completely free service to edit my YouTube videos. I use my phone. I take the time to set aside a space. You don't even need a ring light if you take the time to film out in the daytime, or use natural lighting. But if that's what you want, then there's so many, like, you don't have to have the craziest gear. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to start doing the project. Like, you just need to actually start doing it. And I think that's where a lot of accountability can also be brought into it, because if you're not going to hold yourself accountable, then other people can't deem you to be an accountable person. Nothing else has been really too crazy. I did go to Boston over the weekend. I just did a couple like little shopping things to build up our workshop. I didn't make a bear, but I found a little bear plushy squishmallow thing that's really cute. And now honestly, I use it like pretty much every single night, and I sleep with it and I cuddle it, and I love it, because that was something that I had to like accept for myself, because for all I know, somebody when I was a child probably told me that stuffed animals were stupid, and that stuck with me. And that's not true. You can spend your money on whatever you want, because like people who have copious amounts of money spend their money on whatever they want. We're psyching ourselves out over a $20 bear. Meanwhile, there's someone who just bought a $500 pair of shoes, and to them, the $500 pair of shoes is equivalent to a $20 bear. But I had a good time. We were gonna try to head over to the Charli XCX Sweat Tour concert if the tickets got low enough, but they didn't. But it was fine with me, honestly, because I had worked earlier that morning, and like honestly by like 5, 6, I was like, I'm just so tired. Like I am ready to go back home. Had a nice little lunch at this restaurant called Wagamama's. I think it's just Wagamama, but I really enjoy it there. I've been there a couple times. I went there one time like a few summers ago when I was hanging out with this like one group of friends, and I've never had a bad experience there. I really like it. They have like bao, they've got ramen, like a lot of ramen. So I think they're mostly like a ramen based thing. They've got rice dishes, they've got curry, they've got like pressed juices. I really enjoy it there. It's honestly one of my favorite restaurants in Boston, and that's like just how I am. Like I don't need to have, you know, the most authentic of the authentic to enjoy my food. Like if I find a restaurant and I like it there and I've never had a bad experience there, and their food is like clean ingredients, if that makes sense. Like I like to eat at restaurants where like I know that it's like, you know, everything's not probably processed. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, yeah, then I'm fine going there. Like I don't need to go to the back streets of like, oh, this little hole in the wall, and you wouldn't know unless you like knocked on the door 3 times and opened it up and it's actually like this restaurant inside. Like I don't care. Like if I want to go check out a restaurant, I'm gonna go check out the restaurant. If I enjoy it, I'm probably gonna go back. A little bit of window shopping. I headed over to Coach. Got a lot of compliments by the Coach employees on my bag. Everybody knows this iconic little bag. I love this purse so much. But I've been in the market for a black shoulder bag, and just a shoulder bag in general, because this does not fit over my shoulder. And I think this is the only strap that I got for it. It might have came with a longer strap, but honestly, I have no idea where the dust bag went. The dust bag has come and gone. So yeah, I'm definitely in the market for a nice little shoulder bag. And I just want it to be black so that it can like match with everything. But I did see this one really, really nice bag, and I put it on and I instantly felt so like a mom, like a nice like hot little soccer mom. But the problem was it's black with gold detailing, which really is like so trivial, like it doesn't matter. But to me, I've just been super into black and silver detailing because I just don't think gold looks that good on me. Like I do have my little gold earrings because these are like Portuguese gold. I've had these honestly since I was a kid. Like I don't know, I want to guess maybe like 5 to 8, I don't know, but I've had these for a while and I used to not really wear them, but now I wear them like all the time. I have like these silver earrings from Express, but they make my ears really itchy. They didn't used to, but now suddenly they made my ears like super itchy. I think it's just because like it's starting to get whatever. So I don't know, like what do I have to look for that? Like, is it sterling silver that doesn't usually make your ears itch and stuff? Because I don't know. I mean, if I have to wear gold, it is what it is, but I personally just think that I look so much better with like silver against my skin tone. Because I don't know, I took some quiz one time and it's like a cool winter, deep winter, something like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really trying to like not get so discouraged with myself. And honestly, I like really beat myself up about it last week because I didn't upload. That's just like a personal deadline that I gave myself because I was trying to think about it and I was trying to rationalize it. I'm like, okay, well, this technically isn't your job yet, so you don't have deadlines to hold yourself up to, but it is good that you're trying to set a standard of trying to upload like every week. I kind of want to shoot for every Thursday or every Friday because I'm testing a few things out. My last 2 videos did pretty decently. I think it's because of something that I did, something I'm testing out. So maybe if I gather enough data, I can probably make a video on that and talk about it. But you know, people take breaks, and honestly I don't think I really had anything to talk about last week. And sometimes that's also the thing too. Sometimes that's also something I wait for, is like if I get hit with a feeling of inspiration, like a surge of like, okay, maybe like this is something I could talk about. Sometimes I'll just like have a conversation with somebody, or like something will happen in life and I'm like, that is what I need to make a video on. Because I did want to like make a video entitle it like, oh, I think you're afraid of success, because obviously I don't know if everybody's caught on, but I love to make videos with titles that like call you out even though obviously I'm trying to call out the both of us. I just really think that I'm like super afraid of success. I don't know. Like, to me, I just start to get very in my head where I'm like, oh, well, if this happens and like I'm successful, then like how do I know how long it's going to last? Or like, what if something happens to me? That's always mostly the main things. Like, I just start to like get so in my head. I'm like, well, what if something happens to me? And it's like, okay, but at the same exact time, this is where I start to rationalize with myself. Like, at the same exact time, why would I be getting all these thoughts, and why would I have this like deep drive and this like willpower and this wanting to be this like influencer and to be this YouTuber and to make all these videos and to share my life and share my thoughts and share my experiences online if I wasn't going to get the reward, if I didn't get to deserve that payoff? You know what I mean? So that's where I try to kind of like help bring that back to reality and to like ground myself, because, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, we all don't know what's going to happen. We only have the present moment with ourselves. We only have this moment right now. And it's tough when you've always been both a very anxious and a very depressed person. But definitely at times my anxiety, I think, has always been a little bit more. And it's tough to not be so forward thinking when that's just what you're so used to. But that's why you really got to just try to hone in and try to just like take a breath and take a second and just be like, no, I am safe, I'm good, I'm okay. And to just keep going and to do what you say that you want to do and to make sure that you're feeling fulfilled and just keep on like trying to achieve the life and the goals that you know that you deserve to have and that you've been wanting to do, because you really do deserve it. It's not too oversaturated. I don't want you to think that way, because I thought that way, and it's just not good. It's not a good mentality to have, because there is 100% room for you. There's room for you everywhere. I don't care if you have to shove like a seat up at the table and make everybody scooch over to the left a little bit. Like, you 100% deserve the space, and you will get that space. You 100% deserve that space, and you really can make all your dreams happen. And I hope that by seeing me trying to keep up with what I say and keep up with, you know, the plans that I have for myself, it helps motivate you to become the best version of yourself. And I hope that I can motivate you to fulfill your passions and to go after your dreams. And that's really all I can ask for, because I know that by being my unapologetic self, that is what helps other people become their most unapologetic best versions of themselves. That's what's going to create harmony and create happiness. And it takes a little bit, but before you know it, I'm going to be looking back on this and I'm going to be like, oh my God, like, remember the times where I'd always film my videos in my car, and it's like, it's not even technically my car. So that would be crazy to like one day film a video in my car, like in a car that I bought my own, that has my name on the title, and to just like really reflect. I know someday that I'm gonna be in the apartment of my dreams, and I'm gonna have like the studio equipment, and I'm gonna be able to make so much better, you know, quote unquote quality content, and just be like very grateful for at least starting. And honestly, I am even just grateful for myself within this past year, because I did take the time to start, and I really didn't have the most quality videos back then either, and like a lot of my videos had very low views, and I mean, I still think they're pretty decent, so that's why they're being kept up. And if you want to go back and watch some, then please do, and please feel free to let me know. One thing you can't say is that you can't say I didn't ever try, and I've been doing it. So you got to take the risk, you got to have fun with it. And also, like, another kind of recent thing that happened was like a few weeks back, my grandmother turned 70, so we had like a 70s, I'm gonna say a 70s theme party. We did not do that. My uncle came to town and we threw like a surprise party, even though she knew about it. But I was talking with his wife, who I've known for like a good couple of years now. I think like 10 to 12 years or so now. Maybe like up to 13 years. And I think she kind of came around when I was like 14. Either way, I was just asking her, and I'm like, because she's going through a transitional time in her life, I would assume. And I mean, hey, like if for some reason she sees this and that's not true, then, you know, completely correct yourself, girl. But I know that she's been trying to run a business and she has like a lot of other things under her belt and stuff. And I asked her, and I'm like, how do you like know what to do? And like how I don't even know what I asked her. I think I just asked her to like give me some advice, like to pretend, because I think we have a 10 years difference. I think that's where I'm getting 10 years from. So I was like, okay, well, if you're looking back and I'm you, like at the same age, like what would you wish that you could like go back and tell yourself? And she was basically saying that like you're never gonna enjoy what you do, which that's like kind of, you know, for me, because I personally think, why would you want to spend your life like not doing the things that you like want to do? But she mostly like talked about discipline and how no matter what, you just have to get up and you have to do it. And that's also something that I've been really trying to integrate for myself lately. Even though she has like all these new added stressors and all these new projects that she's been doing in her 30s, she says that she is just so much more happier, much more excited about her 30s than her 20s. And I was like, so knowing all this now, like you would still 100% go for it? And she's like, yes, like I am so glad that I'm doing this. And yeah, like there's really nothing else that she could say, and like there was no complaints there. So I think just really goes to show that, you know, you can try and you can fail and you can make mistakes, and at the end of the day you pick yourself back up and it's all gonna be okay. But as long as you try, that's what's most important. I think that's something that's very admirable. And yeah, I hope that you guys took something out of this video. I don't know how to transition this. I don't know how to wrap this all up here, because to be honest, I didn't even know what to really come on here and talk about. I just knew that I had to buckle down and make a video and try to push through the negative thoughts that I was thinking, because sometimes I do get in my own head and I start to think like, well, what if my content isn't even important? What if the things I say are stupid? Like what if people just don't even want to hear, you know, my life story or want to hear my advice? And that's unfair to myself, because one, I've gotten comments from you guys that prove that statement wrong, and two, everybody else gets to come on here and share their lives and post about themselves. So why don't you get to do it? Why don't I get to do it? I do, and I deserve that. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and I'm gonna head home and just relax for the day, probably get started on editing this. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all got something out of it that you needed to hear today, and just know that I'm so proud of you, and that with hard work we can do whatever we want, baby. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. I love you all so much. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.